Here, Banks.
Yes, we are, and it is now time to find out who's going to be joining Indian Clashes in the winners bracket and who's going to have that uphill climb from that lower bracket. It's Tribe Gaming going up against Nova ESPORTS.
And we got Eve Check coming in here with our first attack, and it looks like we got a Yeti Smash. Fun fact, Eve Check actually went with a perfect 3 for 3 in Tribe's first appearance in these qualifiers. But we're going to go ahead and start off with a Warden Walk using that brand new Pirate Warden Judo.
It looks beautiful, doesn't it, Bash? Now, the thing I like about this attack straight away is that Evechek used the Grand Warden prior to his lightning spells. Now, that is only a couple of seconds, but we have seen attacks that have literally came down to the final seconds, and you have to do everything to try and help that. Now, with only 45 seconds gone, he has already set up the funnel, and he has Yetis powering into the base, Bash.
That's right, Judo. Everything's going right to the middle, but I think that super wall breaker, I think he wanted that to get a little bit further inside the base and went to an exterior wall there, so it has to use the jump to get into the Town Hall compartment. That Lava Hound is popping and everything is moving through the base. That Royal Champion taking some shots, and we got Yetis right on the Town Hall. They should have no issues getting this down for the first star, and there we go. First star is secured.
Secured it is, but I think he needed the jump spell, as you said, to get to the back-end scatter shot, so it could be a little bit of an issue, but he has Hog Riders and the Royal Champion coming around the edge of the base with nothing left in the core. The Queen's ability, the Royal Champion's ability. Could this be an opening 3-star for Tribe Gaming, Bash?
Oh, Judo, this is looking really strong. Evechek's just got to get these hogs and that Royal Champion through that scatter and those last few defenses, but we see those skeletons coming out to hold up that Royal Champion. So many skeletons on bases these days to counter those Royal Champions, but Royal Champion still has her ability, which is going to deal damage to 4 defenses and regain some of her health. We also have that Queen's ability, and that, if you notice down there at the bottom towards that cannon, Judo, that compartment is open, so if we can get the Queen to sliver on in there, we can get access right to that single Inferno.
Certainly can, and I really like the use of the early Royal Champion ability, which meant that he protected all of the troops down the bottom, but unfortunately, the single does lock onto the Archer Queen. That is not what he wanted. Look at the balloon sneaking in. Can it get the single targeted? Oh, the black bomb goes off, Bash. Is he going to get it? It is getting super close. The giant bomb goes off. I can't take it any longer. Archer Queen steps in. She takes a strike, and she will get the opening 3-star for Evechek. Wow.
Wow, those healers tanking right there, Judo. That was insane. The healers soaked up that single Inferno beam so that the Queen could sneak in there, finish off that Inferno, and get the 3-star for Tribe Gaming. Evechek living up to the hype, living up to the reputation of one of the best attackers in Clash of Clans esports.
He continues his perfect streak. You mentioned 3 stars from the previous qualifiers. That was the first qualifier we had that Tribe Gaming took part in, and Nova ESPORTS have taken part in the second and the third, so they have experience of their own. Let's see if they can respond now with a 3-star using the lightning spells into Lava Loon.
Yeah, we have an interesting composition here. We have one golem, and we've seen this a little bit when you want to get a little bit more out of your entry with your heroes. So we bring in the 7 lightning spells in the Earthquake to take down the clan castle. This is going to allow those heroes to get a little bit more value, not having to deal with those clan castle troops coming up. But also that Earthquake did massive amounts of damage, 29% damage to that scatter, the Warden pedestal, and that sweeper right there. We see the World Champion working that top side, the King working the bottom side with the golem, and we'll try to squeeze that Queen right in towards the Town Hall. This is looking like a great opener here for Garrett's.
It is a beautiful start, rotating the lightning spells to get the clan castle, the expos, and the air defense on the opposite side. Now, I know that Tribe Gaming really like this attack strategy, the lightning into Lava Loon. They have a couple of experts within their squad with it, so I would be really surprised if they gave up a base that led into this strategy. Maybe they've overlooked it, but are they trying to bait Nova ESPORTS with the Lava Loon portion, Bash?
If they're trying to bait, Garrick's took the bait and got as much value as possible. The Queen gets the Town Hall down. So many defenses already down. And here we go with that Lava Loon. It looks like the Queen got taken out right there. The Stone Slammer's going to tank out in front. And here come all those balloons. And we get a first look right here in this war of that brand new Pirate Warden on air. The Parrot carrying him along. That's a really interesting concept right there, Judo.
Oh, I think it's great. Now, the interesting thing here is notice the two scatter shots. They are out of range of the air defense, which means one of them was just slamming into the balloons. There was no Lava Hound to tank the scatter shot. Garrex does manage to get through the first scatter shot, and he does have spells for the back end one, but can the balloons get there? There's the tornado trap. The Grand Warden is stepping up. One more hit onto the scatter shot. It goes down, but the balloons are super low health. Was it baited? Was it not? Tribe Gaming do not care. This is a fantastic defense towards the end of the attack.
That scatter shot got off one final shot before it went down and took down a huge pack of balloons. Garrick's Grand Warden is going to try to get as much, but with that single and the air defense being up, this is definitely not going to be able to be a 3-star as that single target Inferno locks onto the Grand Warden, and this one's going to finish up right there at that 84% mark, Banks.
Well, yes, Garrick's only being able to secure that 84% 2-star, and Tribe Gaming coming out swinging with the first triple of the war already. Now, I mean, it's worth touching on the fact that in previous live qualifiers this year already, Tribe have already made it to the semi-final stages, and Nova Esports lost in the final for Tang. So getting that close and not quite making it must be extremely tough, but also a confidence boost for both teams, knowing that they have what it takes to make it all the way through to Sunday. So they're both behaving extremely confidently right now, Bash.
That's right. So these two teams are two of the most experienced teams in Clash of Clans. Both were in the World Championship Final 8 last year, with Nova winning the whole thing. We got Itsu coming in, one of the most popular names in Clash of Clans from Tribe Gaming, coming in with that Queen Charge hybrid, but also some lightning spells in here, Judo.
Indeed, and I know that Itsu really enjoys this attack strategy. You might have seen him use it on his YouTube channel, but with the 5 lightning spells, not only does he take down 2 expos, but also the Grand Warden statue, which is a huge defense. Now with the Yeti Blimp following up, he takes out a single target Inferno, and it means the Archer Queen, with the healers, once the air defense goes down, can have an easier ride in towards the Town Hall, Bash, because there's no major defenses sitting behind the Town Hall. They've already been taken out.
And if you notice there, Judo, he was actually smart enough to throw in a couple troops that looked like a couple of Hog Riders in there to pull out those Clan Castle troops. That way the Queen could disperse of the Headhunters while the other troops were distracted. Now the Queen's going to have no issues dealing with this Lava Hound with just one cannon on her. Remember, when you use those lightning spells, it's going to take up quite a bit of your spell space, so you're not going to be able to rage up that Queen as often as you'd like. But here we go. The minion's going to come in and help clean up those pups. We got the King starting at the top, and we'll likely see the hybrid come in right there about that 11 o'clock position, as the Queen should go in here and be able to get towards that Town Hall.
He used 2 minions, which was perfect to mean that the Archer Queen didn't have to use the ability. She's now on the Town Hall with the Rage spell. She can save the ability to the back end of the attack, but I think we've seen the hybrid coming in at 12 o'clock. Here it comes. They can get to the first scatter shot, cruise on down towards the Eagle Artillery. This is pretty promising for Itsu, but a back end Tesla farm could be the difference maker, Bash.
There's a lot of key defenses up as these Miners and Hogs World Champion work their way to that first scatter in the enemy Queen. We still have the Eagle Artillery firing shots. We still have a scatter shot along with that Tesla farm that you mentioned. A lot of defenses for Itsu going to have to work through here. If that Queen can stay up and healthy, she will help out a lot. World Champion's ability gets popped as that single locks on, and he pops the freeze to make sure the single does not take down the World Champion, but she goes down, and all of those troops, the Hogs and Miners, are almost taken care of, Judo. I don't think he's going to have quite enough working through the back end of this base. They just all got held up right near the Archer Queen right there.
They certainly did, and I think Itsu probably hit that point where he realized it was not going to be a 3-star, so he changed his mindset in order to drive up the percentage. That's why the freeze spell made sure to hit the Eagle Artillery as well to try and help the Miners. 85% is still a commendable attack and keeps the percentage above that of Nova Esports.
And they get the 3-star on their very first attack, so they're in the driver's seat still, and a very nice attack there from Itsu. It just seemed like those troops all got stalled up. He had a little bit of hogs, not as many hogs as you would see from more of a traditional hybrid, with only 7 going into that main phase of the attack, because remember, he used a couple to pull out that clan castle, but Nova's gonna need to respond. They need a 3-star. A 3-star here takes a ton of pressure moving on forward in the war. We're gonna have Ogre and Jean coming in here with the next attack, and it looks like we got another Yeti attack, one of the most popular attacks in Clash of Clans right now, the Yeti Smash, Judoslav.
Certainly is. It was the second most used attack in the previous qualifier. However, out of 20 times used, it only had a 45% success rate. So we are going to have to hope that this is on the other side of that scale in order to pretty much tie things up here. Tribe would be a single percentage ahead if Nova get the 3-star, but we're getting ahead of ourselves, Bash. Let's get into this attack with the Yeti Blimp taking out the Town Hall early on. That means the Grand Warden's ability can be used pretty much anywhere within the base.
An interesting start here. Most of the time when we see a Yeti Smash, we see a Grand Warden walk. We'll see the Warden just edge out the top side of a funnel, the bottom side of a funnel, and then kind of bring everything in to meet up with him. But we're going to have the Queen walk in here and meet up with everything on the top side of this base near that 9 o'clock position. And here come the Yetis. Got to push that Queen inside the base. You cannot have the Queen walking outside here, and she's going to go right in. Here come the Yetis. Here come the bowlers. Everything's working through. Super Wall Breaker gets through. A couple Yetis did go outside, but look at this, Judo. A nice entry. One jump spell will get right over to that scatter shot, and we still have the Royal Champion yet to go down. Yetis and King up on the top side. There's that Warden's Eternal Tome to protect these troops.
Tries to protect them through the scatter shot, through the jump spell, and just get a little bit momentum back in this attack. The Yetis have slowed down, and with the rage spell, he can hopefully do that with the Royal Champion supporting to the top area of the base. I do notice there's a scatter shot, which he is going to come to at the final moments of this attack, Bash. That could be the difference maker. I think he wanted to use the jump a little bit more centrally in the base, but with the Yetis moving on the outside, as you said, it just meant he had to adapt. And there is a lot of base left here, but he still has a couple of troops moving around the outside to drive things up, and there is still chance he gets this.
That scatter shot is going to be a pain, but we got plenty of healthy troops here. We got the King out in front. We got that World Champion targeting all the defenses. Remember, she's going to go to each and every defense, not target any other buildings. Meanwhile, the other troops will clean up everything else. The Queen's going to be stuck on a wall. We got a Yeti with some Yeti Mites. Those Yeti Mites may come in handy as it works down the bottom side. Oh no, troops are just getting ate up by that scatter shot. This is going to be an interesting finish here. Can he get through the bottom side of this base? Queen finally breaks through. She's going to get the scatter shot down. Judo, this has got a shot. 24 seconds, though. Time may be the issue.
It might be. The Royal Champion, being a defense targeting hero, ran in front of the skeletons and meant that she was vulnerable to the Tesla. She went down. If she could have survived, that would have been the difference maker. But in the end, it is super, super close. He would have got through. Wait a second, Bash. It is so close that I nearly called it when it wasn't. Oh, a time fail, Banks. Heartbreak for Nova Esports.
Yes, exactly. A 97% 2-star. Still not to be sniffed at, but that was their opportunity to make things more or less exactly level pegging with an 84% on one side and an 85%. They needed that triple. However, there's still many more attacks to go, and this war is just getting started, Bash.
Oh my goodness, that attack was so intense. Those few Yetis walking around actually helped clear out some of the defenses, but we're going to have Eve Maxi looking to put Tribe right in the driver's seat, push them ahead with a Zap Lalo here. And we got an interesting Zap here, going with a nice little spread here. Normally we'll see like 5 or 7, but I think he had 4 there. Was that right, Judo? Did he just have 4 lightning spells here?
He did have 4 lightning spells, but he has planned this to perfection. He took down one of the sweepers in the center alongside an air defense pushing up to the north of the base, and that allows his Royal Champion to take all of that out. Now, whilst the defenses in themselves might not have been as major as a scatter shot or an X-Bow, it does help to create pathing for the Lava Loon, which could be huge, and actually pathing for the heroes as they move straight onto the Eagle Artillery with the Clan Castle troops. What a brilliant start for Eve Maxi, Bash.
Yeah, that Queen's going to take care of this lava and have no issues, and we're going to see the King kind of work in, and we have a nice path. Look at this path we have set up right there about the 9-10 o'clock position. We have direct line for the defenses, for the balloons, to go right in towards that Town Hall, and they should have no issues as they start working in here. That Queen taking in tons of shots, dealing mass amounts of damage, and we got that Grand Warden following behind. Gonna try to save that Warden's Eternal Tome for the Town Hall, and it looks like the Queen goes down right there. Was that the...
I think it was...
got the Queen down?
I think it was Headhunters. He waited until the Queen was tanked onto the balloons so that the Headhunters were free to move through, and he didn't have to use the Warden ability to protect the Headhunters. So a good move there, but he did lose a couple of balloons. Is it going to be the defining factor? I'm not too sure. There is one Wizard Tower left, Bash, and a ton of balloons moving through the base. Things just got even better for Tribe Gaming.
Oh, Judo Sloth, we have a balloon parade working through the back end of this base. We still got that lava pup up and tanking here. The lava pups pop at the perfect time to get the cleanup, and this is going to be a 3-star for Eve Maxi. Tribe Gaming taking the lead and pushing it even further with a Lalo. Great pathing set up there from the entry, from the zaps. I loved what he did on this attack. Everything was amazing. I did miss the Headhunters there, but it worked out to perfection, as we're going to have plenty of time to finish off the Clan Castle, finish off the storage, and we're going to have another 3-star for Tribe Gaming.
Oh, you see the importance of the little details as well. The minions coming in to make sure that time was not an issue, and the perfect planning from Eve Maxi. I mean, Tribe Gaming couldn't have asked for a better start at this point, Bash.
Yeah, they're thirsty, they're hungry, they want that golden ticket, and you can see it in their attacks. I just love the pathing that he set up here. It was almost like he was setting up a hybrid, but he set up the path for the Lalo to move straight into that Town Hall, and the back end of this base stood no chance with all those balloons up, all those troops moving through here, and finish that one off strong. Nova needs to get a triple here. That way they don't fall too far behind on the remaining 2 attacks. We'll have to see what Julian has coming in here on our next attack. A 3-star takes a little bit of pressure off those final 2 attacks for them.
Yes, well, we know they have the talent to do so. Banks already mentioned they made it to 2 of the final days, the final of the second qualifier, and then the semi-finals of the previous qualifier. Can they bump themselves back up in this one? We will have to find out. They already trail to Tribe Gaming if you are just tuning in, but all is not lost at the moment. Nova Esports hoping that the Queen Charge into Hybrid will give them a little bit more success.
A little bit more of a traditional comp here. Light on the miners still, though. Normally, I think this is kind of more of a meta shift here, where we're seeing a little bit of a lighter hybrid and going for a way more massive value.
Oh, the tornado trap, Bash! The tornado trap has the battle!
Go down!
I'm not sure he's going. No, it doesn't!
Oh no, Judo, you called it. You saw it spinning right around. That, oh my goodness, that Seeking Air Mine taking that blimp down so it does not get all the way to the scatter shot. The Clan Castle troops are going to be pulled out, so the Queen's going to have to deal with them. However, the Yeti will help out just a little bit. Was that a full Clan Castle pool? I see some skeletons, but I don't see any wishes. There may still be a Lava Hound inside that Clan Castle.
Yeah, it's difficult to tell. There was a lot of little troops came out the Clan Castle, and imagine how much harder it is for Julian to tell if it was a full Clan Castle pull. Nonetheless, the scattershot survives, and this is dangerous right at the start of the attack. He has to try and recover, and it just proves how valuable the traps in the game are to try and trip up your opponent. Julian tries to send in the Royal Champion now. He could still rescue this. He is doing a very good job in doing so, as the Archer Queen takes out the defending Queen, the single target Inferno, and now the scattershot goes down, but there is more Headhunters in the Clan Castle, like you mentioned, Bash.
Oh, those Headhunters just made short work of the Royal Champion there, and kind of a little bit of unconventional, maybe a little bit of a panic right there, sending the Royal Champion up to get that scatter, trying to save the plan perhaps, but we're going to have to see this hybrid come in and get the Town Hall down and just work up as much percentage as possible. No Royal Champion to accompany this hybrid entry, so they're going to have to do it all on their own. Here comes the Grand Warden's Eternal Tome, but some of those hogs were missed. Oh no! The hogs taking massive amounts of damage. The Queen locked on by the single. This one did not go the way that Nova was looking for it to go.
It did not. He tried his best, but sometimes the adaptions just keep making things worse and worse. I do think the Royal Champion was a relatively good move because the scatter shot could have locked onto the healers and the Queen would have gone down, but likewise, she went down anyways. So like you said, Bash, maybe holding onto the Royal Champion would have been a good move, but wait a second. The miners move through. The Eagle Artillery goes down despite things going wrong time and time again. This attack continues to move forward, and he is only just going to fall short, Bash.
Yeah, that Royals Champion beating up in the back end with a single target Inferno. Gonna take down all of these miners. Still a really great save on this attack. It was very clear this was not what Julian was looking to do, as that blimp failed right from the get-go, but still 83% here is very, very respectable, and Nova's still gonna be down with the 2 triples though, Banks. They're gonna have to make some moves.
Yeah, exactly. Despite that unfortunate mishap at the beginning of the attack, he did manage to pull back and secure plus 80%. So that's actually a pretty brilliant turn of events for him. What an unfortunate attack, though. They're really looking to secure these triples, really looking to get back up in those stars. But, you know, the percentage is still not a huge amount of difference, but there's still a lot of ground to be made up by Nova there, Judo.
Yeah, exactly. The stars are really the defining factor. But if Nova were to get 2 3-stars that they would need to catch up on stars, that could very much lead the percentage then in their favor, Bash.
And they did have some really nice percentage attacks. Remember, they had that 97 that was just this close to a triple. It was so close. But a triple here from Tribe will secure the victory, essentially, unless things go catastrophically wrong on those final attacks. We'll have to see what Nick here can do on these, the last, well, I guess we got 2 more attacks here for Tribe. Yeah. But Nick's going to come in, one of the stronger attackers for Tribe. I mean, is there any weak attackers in any of these teams? I guess that's the real question, right, Judo?
Yeah, exactly. I think we've heard already how far Tribe Gaming and Nova Esports have made it. Both of these teams really top players, and we could have even seen this as a final on Sunday. Potentially, we could even still see it as a final because of the losers bracket. So I am very much looking forward to how the teams adapt. Remember, in the first qualifier, Tribe did win their first matchup, but then Alternate Attacks, who they beat, made it all of the way and won the qualifier. So Nova, they have to keep themselves high, but they're not out of this match either yet, Bash.
That's right. This is still anyone's ball game. And remember, this is not an elimination match, so the loser of this match will go down and play Silent Snipers a little bit later on. The winner will move on to tomorrow to play Indian Clashers. We got Nick coming in with a Zap Lalo here, using those lightning spells with the Lava Hounds and Balloons to crush through this base, making those final preparations, waiting it all the way out. And here we go. We get the lightning spells coming in and that Earthquake to take down that scatter shot. And now we have the World Champion coming in from the bottom side, and we have 1 remaining lightning spell. We've seen this in the past, so the lightning spell can be used just to help out with clan castle troops, help finish off any remaining buildings. But if there's a lot of headhunters in this clan castle, that lightning spell will be very, very useful.
Exactly. Nick has the adaptions here to use it in a couple of different methods, taking out some key defenses early on with the lightning and just being patient here. Look at the Barbarian King setting the funnel so that after the Super Wall Breaker goes off, the Archer Queen should go straight towards the Town Hall here, Bash.
She's going right in for the Town Hall. Great use of a super wall breaker to open that up. And here we come with Clan Castle troops. I see some headhunters in there. I see some goblins. I see an Inferno Dragon. Lots of troops. And there we go. We get a freeze and a poison to help deal with them. And there goes that lightning spell to disperse of some of those lower troops. However, we need to get that Inferno Baby Dragon taken care of.
There's one headhunter still,
working.
Bash.
Yeah, there's one headhunter working right there as well. We can't have that headhunter up chasing the Grand Warden around, that's for sure.
Yes, and Nick had to adapt there using the 3 minions. That would have been crucial if the Headhunter locked directly onto the Grand Warden. So brilliant adaptions, but a lot of spells used to take down the Clan Castle troops. Does he still have enough to get through the base? With a haste spell powering the balloons straight into the base, he freezes the scatter shot and crucially the air sweeper to try and take it down as soon as possible. The balloons split everywhere here, still holding onto the Grand Warden's ability. Surprised not to see it a little bit earlier, but there it is to catch majority of the balloons in the middle of the base, Bash.
It seemed like it was just a split second late. I think that scatter shot hit a pack of balloons there and took some of them down right before that Warden's Eternal Tome was popped. Still a lot of balloons up, but we have that splash targeting defense right there, the Wizard Tower, which can deal damage fast to a pack of balloons, and these balloons are all together, which is perfect for that Wizard Tower to take them all down, and that's exactly what we see here. That Wizard Tower helps out with the air defense, finishing it off. A few defenses up here. The Warden tried his hardest. We got minions, we got a dragon, but that air defense is going to be a pain for the Warden and the dragon to try to finish the back end of this base off.
Yeah, you could see how close he was as well. If a couple more of the balloons in the center had have been protected, they might have just made their way through. If the air defense went down, we could have then got the 3 stars. But look at the beautiful new Grand Warden skin, Woody. Bash, I do apologize, as we have the little parrots just moving around the head, but it's not what Nick wanted in that attack.
I really like the parrots, like carrying him around. That's really, really interesting. But like I mentioned in the middle of that attack, it seemed like that Warden ability may have been just a split second late as that scatter shot just got that final blow off. If he would have had a few more balloons up there to get to that single, to get to that air defense, that could have easily been a triple. But this still leaves the door open for Nova. If they get a triple here, they are still in it. Percent will be interesting, but they have to essentially get back-to-back 3 stars on these final 2 attacks.
Yes, they do. And Nick kept the percentage high for Tribe Gaming. And if ever you needed someone to pull in a 3-star, Cuevas from Nova Esports is your man. In the previous qualifier, he got 8 stars out of 3 attacks and a 95.67% total destruction. That is pretty impressive. So he is going to be trying everything to do it here, using the Earthquake and Lightning spell to quickly take down the single target Inferno. And that is the difference maker. With the skeleton trap popping, the Royal Champion has already taken down the single target Inferno, so a brilliant start here, Bash.
The Royal Champion, rather, getting huge values, working in here, and that Queen actually goes inside following the Royal Champion as the King leads the way here, and we're setting up very nice pathing for the Dragons to come through here, and then we'll have the Bats to finish off this attack. Queen's ability goes down right there, and she's going to try to get as much value as she can, but those skeletons, man, these skeletons can be such a hassle for the heroes in the middle of the base. Queen goes down before the Lava Hound pops into pups. We'll have to see if we try to move that Lava Hound out of the way, perhaps. That way it's not needed to be dealt with by the Dragons, and that's exactly what we see. We see the Headhunter coming up top towards the minion, and the Lava Hound going over towards that Archer, and we will try to keep that Lava Hound over there on its own by that Archer so that it's at the end of the attack and the Dragons don't have to worry about it and get held up in the middle of the attack. And here we go with the main phase. The Dragons are going to work right through here towards the Town Hall, and we'll have the Bats coming in late.
Yes, they will come into the back end of the base. I really like that Stone Slammer to help the pathing for the Dragons now as they move straight to the Town Hall. Grand Warden's ability very nicely used to protect the Eagle Artillery Fire and the Giga Bomb from the Town Hall. Also soaking up a couple of black bombs there as well. So getting huge value. Now we see the Bats coming in towards the bottom of the base with an Ice Golem freezing the Wizard Tower. Gosh, Bash, there is so much going on right now.
Lots of troops all over the base. The Bats are going to get that Wizard Tower down, and with just a few more splash targeting defenses here. Oh no, the Wizard Tower gets a big pack of the Bats down and then gets the other pack. Oh no, the Bats got obliterated by that one Wizard Tower. Just a split second late on that freeze. Oh no, is there enough Dragons to get through here with that air defense? This is going to be so tough. Trying to pull that Lava Hound out of the way again. Man, that Wizard Tower taking the Bats down. Oh, that was absolutely devastating, Judo.
Heartbreak from bad to worse in this attack as the Wizard Tower not only took out the first line of Bats, but the second, like you said, and it really proves how a single defense can be the difference maker. With 20 seconds on the clock, we do have some gold mines to the bottom of the base. Even if the Dragons got through the air defense, they couldn't do this in time, which means Nova now need a slip up by the almighty Tribe, and this one really is just slipping away from them, but could it still happen? Over to you, Banks. Wow.
Well, a 90% 2-star is still an extremely high percentage and a fantastic attack there from Cuevas. Just probably not enough. You know, Nova need to start putting triples on the board. At this stage in the competition, against this kind of caliber of opponent, you really need to come and bring your A game, and just triples just look like they've been out of reach for Nova Esports, haven't they, Bash?
Yeah, they've been really close on a lot of their attacks, but just not able to get over the hump. And we're going to have Lexnos from Tribe Gaming coming in, looking to secure this war, finish it off. And it looks like we have a Queen Walk Laloon attack, more of an old school traditional attack. Lex actually went 2 for 3 in Tribe's first appearance in the qualifiers. Let's see if he can put this away. All he needs is a strong 2-star, and Tribe will move on to tomorrow.
Well, the Yeti Blimp will ensure that the Town Hall goes down early on, which means the 2-star is almost guaranteed. There it goes. The 1st star is secured with 15% Nyon already on the board. It looks pretty good for Lexnos to get that 2-star, but let's find out if he can even get the 3-star and mean that Tribe Gaming move on with commendable force, Bash.
The Lava Hound pops right there. The Queen's going to disperse that, but a great use of 2 balloons to get that air defense down. If you notice, before he froze that air defense, it was actually targeting his healer, so he wants to get as much value out of this Queen charge as possible. So being able to use those 2 balloons raged up as he had the Queen raged up, was able to get that air defense down, which is going to allow that Queen to walk even further into the base. And here comes a Headhunter to help disperse of that King. And this Queen is just going to walk and walk and walk, but we do have some key defenses up here on the back end. We got 2 scatter shots, we got an Eagle Artillery, and we still have that Royal Champion to be dealt with as well as the Lalo comes in here.
Yes, but the good thing is that the Archer Queen is tanking one of the scatter shots. Oh, she's moved out of range. She needs to try and get that tanked again. Lexnos quickly uses a rage spell onto the Archer Queen as the Lava Loon comes in. The Grand Warden's ability has to be used because he was stuck behind with the minions, but he did manage to get the balloons as they move forward. There's a lot going on now with the tornado trap in the center of the base. The scatter shot is on the Queen, so the balloons can move around, but there's not many of them left, Bash.
Look at this Royal Champion on the top side. Freeze goes down on the single. A few more balloons coming in. Judo, this is looking really, really strong. One more freeze remaining. That Queen is still at full health. That Queen charge was epic. One of the best Queen charges we've seen thus far in the qualifier. Here come those balloons trying to finish off these last few defenses. World Champion's going to help out with this air defense, and Lexnos looking to finish strong, looking to pad those stats and get a 3-star on the board, and it looks like he's done it with just a couple more defenses. Lex is gonna get the triple, Judo.
He wants Tribe Gaming to move on with all of their might. 13 stars versus Nova Esports is a fantastic victory and means Indian Clashers will know that they are coming up against a strong Tribe Gaming tomorrow. Nova Esports can only put up a 3-star now to try and pick their confidence as they face Silent Snipers later on today.
Yeah, what a strong attack here from Lex. That Queen charge was so impressive. A great use of balloons getting that air defense down. If he let that air defense take out the healers, that Queen does not stay up till the end. That is very clear. And then finish this one off here at the back end with the World Champion and that Queen still up. What a strong attack. Man, that one had a little bit of everything. What a nice attack there from Lex.
I love how he just had the different phases merging into each other, did not panic with the balloons, made sure to wait on the Royal Champion and a couple of spells as well for the back end of the base. Perfection by Lexnos. He gives Tribe Gaming the victory, but let's see if Nova Esports can go out in style as well with the lightning spells into Lava Loon, starting out to try and take down the Eagle Artillery early on here, Bash.
We get the Eagle and a scatter shot down. React had a triple last month. React played for Nova last month as well. And we're going to have the heroes come in here with a couple Ice Golems looking to perhaps get in towards that enemy Archer Queen and get some of these other key defenses down and set the pathing for that Lalo. We got 3 Lava Hounds, so a really heavy Lalo phase through here. We're going to have that single pop off that Ice Golem, which is going to freeze all the defenses and even freeze that enemy Queen right there. And the King is going to pop out, which should allow the Queen to go inside right there through that opening.
It certainly does, and what a start to this attack with the Sui hero method. His hero dive is getting huge amounts of value, taking out even more defenses, and with only a minute gone, with hardly any of his troops deployed, he's already over 33%, which means, on average, you would like to think he's right on the mark to get the 3 stars here, Bash.
It's still a lot to do, and he's got to deal with these clan castle troops. Again, you don't want those headhunters chasing around your Grand Warden when you start your Lalo. Remember, the headhunters will target heroes and deal 4 times damage. He just cannot get these headhunters down. They are dealing so much damage. Wasted a few balloons there. Stone Slammer comes down, and look at that. They're slowing down the Slammer, and these headhunters do not want to be destroyed. The headhunters, oh my goodness, they finally go down. They were so strong in there, popping out that Stone Slammer, and here we go. Finally, the Lalo's coming in here towards that Town Hall. It has a strong open here, but you got to think those headhunters holding everything up was not part of the plan.
Oh yeah, it reminded me of my Town Hall 7 days, trying to use the death damage of a balloon to take out the clan castle troops. Really good move there, but it didn't quite pay off. He continues through the base, and does he have enough power to get this one, Bash, due to the epic start that he had? The balloons get to the scatter shot, they take it down, and they just need to get to the multi and the wizard tower. He's still got a lot of them, but they're very low health and going down very quickly.
Yeah, they are taking lots and lots of damage. That Multi-Inferno did a lot to that whole pack, and then we got that X-Bow just finishing them off here. We do have a couple balloons up, but I don't know that they have enough with that X-Bow strongly taking them down. But we have that Dragon down on the bottom side, and the Warden's near full health, but look at the time here, Judo. Only 15 seconds. That Grand Warden being carried around by the Parrot, not going to be quite enough here.
Yeah, not quite enough, but Nova Esports, they know it wasn't going to be enough anyways, and they just need to go back to the drawing board, sit as a team, we know how good they are, and make sure that they move on through the losers bracket later on today, Banks.
Yes, indeed. Nova Esports just not managing to get any of those triples. It's that age-old story during this entire war. No one managed to get a triple. All of their attacks opened up looking really strong, but the winner is Tribe Gaming. They will be advancing into tomorrow's bracket with a truly outstanding performance, and what a way to pull it out of the bag against potentially one of the biggest names and one of the strongest opponents in Clash of Clans esports. Now, let's take a quick look at these stats here, Bash.
Tribe looked dominating here. 13 stars, 95.4% average destruction. That is the way you want to start off one of these qualifiers. We had triples from Eve Check, Eve Maxi, and Lex, and Nick was not too far off himself. And then we had Itsu right there with the 85% 2-star. And then Nova was just so close on so many attacks, but just could not get over the hump. Oh man, that was a heartbreaker to see on that 97.
It was indeed. Nova Esports will be slipping down into that lower bracket to face Silent Snipers